Hi friends, this is UPC Mains Content Builder Series, video 4. So today's topic is the recent flare-up between India and Nepal on the borders. So let us try to open up the matter and find out the details. So before we move ahead, let us first focus our interest areas in this very topic. Cultural part is one very common and similar part between India and Nepal. So we are culturally very close. So if there is anything that goes wrong between these two countries politically and diplomatically, cultural part takes a beating. Now related to that would be diplomatic and foreign relations. Security is another angle through which India's relationship with Nepal is important. It is incumbent upon the Friendship Treaty of 1950 that India and Nepal share an open border. Most of the time, our adversaries do take advantage of this situation and using their proxy means and non-state actors try to create or foment problem in India using the open border we share with Nepal. So security is one very important area. So if we have good relations with Nepal, security would be under our control and would be less insecure in that case. Trade obviously is one thing that will take a beating in case we deteriorate our relations. And for most of the UPSC aspirants for whom this entire slide and presentation is there, GS2 has this very topic, India and its neighborhood relations. So let us move ahead and see the details. So let us focus our set the context. So I'm going to read you the events that took place one by one, mostly chronologically, and we'll be setting the agenda next. So New Delhi built a road in Uttarakhand up to Lipu Lake Pass on China border. The last section of 4 kilometers of the road up to the pass is yet to be completed. Nepal protested against it. Army Chief General M.M. Naravane said that Nepal's protest was at someone else's behest. Nepal did not find this thing good because our Army Chief General M.M. Naravane is also an honorary general in Nepal too. So this thing wasn't really going down and was in bad taste in Nepal. Nepal released a new political map that claims Kala Pani, mostly the areas that have been disputed, Limpia Dhura and Lipu Lake of Uttarakhand as part of Nepal's territory. The area of Sasta, West Champaran district, Bihar can also be noted in the new map, which is now part of Nepal as per their authorized and approved map. Now New Delhi did not like this overture and asked Kathmandu to refrain from such unjustified cartographic assertion. Cartographic means border framing exercises that countries take in order to delineate the right border. So it's a geographic and cartographic thing. So let us move on. Now let's look at the history a little bit. I'll be referring back to this slide later on as well. So just closely have a look at this picture. India inherited the boundary with Nepal established between Nepal and East India Company by the Treaty of Sugauli in 1816. So at that time, Kali River was constituted as the boundary between these two nations, India and Nepal. So the origin of Kali now becomes very important. That should now be the problem of dispute, the disputed issue. So at that time, during 1816, near Garbayang village in Darchula Tehsil, you see this big circle which is made. At the bottom of the circle, right at the southern part, there is Darchula written. So that is the point of confluence of a number of streams coming from northwest and northeastern direction. So Darchula Tehsil of Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand, there is a confluence of different streams coming from different directions. One is coming from Kala Pani, which is northeast, and one is coming from Limpia Dhura, which is northwest. So in this very picture as well, you can see this circle and you can see Kali written over there. So the Kali right now is shown to be coming from northwestern direction. So that is Limpia Dhura. I'll show another picture where it will be even more clear. So the early British maps, identified northwest. It means Limpia Dhura as the origin of Kali. But gradually, in 1857, that changed to a different place called Lipugad, which was, on the eastern side of Limpiadura. And then in 1879, further east, it goes to Pankhagad, and the northeastern stream thus defined as the origin, and which was now Kalapani. So by the time India and Nepal were free and independent nations, by 1947, the boundary was fixed and it was delimited, and Nepal accepted the change, and India inherited this boundary in 1947. So by 1947, Kalapani was an established border post and the point of division. Now, this is the picture that I wanted to show you. So you can see Limpiadura in that very previous, picture. There was a circle, and the Kali was coming from northwestern direction. So that point was Limpiadura, and here northeast you can see Kalapani. So these are the points of dispute, and the green area which you can see in this map is the area which Nepal is contesting as its own. Let's move on. In 1953, India and China identified Lipu Lake as a right point for pilgrims and border trade. So after 1962 war, the pilgrimage stopped and only started after 1981, and the border trade could resume post 1991. So in their respective maps, both India's and Nepal's, Kalapani was the origin of river Kali till that time, and hence it was part of our territory. So even after 1979, ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, used to man Lipu Lake Pass. So in actual practice, there was no change, in the living style of Bayansis, the locals over there. They can freely move around because the border was open between these two nations. So actually, the problem resurfaced in 1997. When, post 1996 Treaty of Mahakali, this Pancheshwar multi-purpose hydel project was been envisaged. So as per this treaty, this multi-purpose project was been envisaged, and at that time the origin of Kali river was first raised in 1997. So the matter was referred back to a joint technical level boundary committee, which was already established in 1981, to re-identify the areas, because the pillars and posts were damaged. So the old posts and pillars were to be reaffirmed, and the boundaries need to be delineated and clearly done. So there was a joint technical level boundary committee. So this matter was, after post the Mahakali episode, it was referred back to that committee. So that committee did its work, and 98% of the boundary was clearly delineated and resolved, except Kalapani and Sasta in the Terai, which is West Champaran district of Bihar, as per India's cartographic map. So this matter was not solved till 2008. So even in 2009, this 80-kilometer track, which is now been questioned and which actually gave some political startup to the Oli government over there, this 80-kilometer track was never even contested by Nepal. So it was without any objection, the road map was made and the project was given a go-ahead. So now fast forward to the present. The Survey of India issued a new political map, 8th edition, on 2nd of November 2019 to reflect the change in the status of Jammu and Kashmir as two union territories. So the recent development 370, which was practically left ineffective by the government's presidential order. Now, in order to bring those things in reality and show it on maps, a 8th edition of this new Survey of India map was released, the political map, showing Jammu and Kashmir's new status. Nepal registered a complaint, although there was nothing that has changed previous to what was already delineated by the earlier versions of map. But this time around, one thing changed. The thing was, in the 9th edition, the government of India, only within a week time, in less than a week time, it issued a 9th edition. So in the 9th edition, if you remember the 8th edition which we have just seen, there was Kali written over here, which is the 8th edition map, which was released on 2nd of November 2019. Now in this 9th edition map, the Kali was removed. So as per Indian government's understanding, Kali, the origin of Kali is no more the point to be debated. It is the boundary line which is delineated. Kalapani is India's part, since it was identified, and Nepal never contested about that particular thing. So Kalapani, since we are all manning our ITBP people over there, they were protecting Lipu Lake, was the joint the point of India and China pilgrimage and border heart. So all these things were happening. India was manning that post. Nepal never had any problem. So all of a sudden something happened. So let us see what that something was. So here comes Shri KP Sharma Oli's tension and political lifeline. By 2020 April, Mr. Oli's domestic political situation was weakening. Under Nepali constitution, this is one unique thing, and I think it is a nice thing. A new prime minister enjoys a guaranteed 2-year period during which a no confidence motion cannot be put forward. So the initial 2 years of Oli government are almost on the verge of finish. Now the leftover 2 years are there, but there is growing resentment against Oli's way of handling the current COVID crisis, and some performance and style related work of the government is already been questioned. So within Nepal, Communist Party, the party from where Mr. Oli belonged to, so even they were trying to impose some new rule like one man, one post. So Mr. Oli would either be choosing to become a chair of NCP, that the party, or he can either remain the prime minister. So in these situations, the political scenario in Nepal was making it difficult for KP Sharma Oli to retain his position and the place of dominance. It started becoming a little more difficult for him to retain like that. So he needed something to go back to. So the nationalism card based on the territory and its understanding was raised. So hence the inauguration of 80-kilometer road on 8th May, which was planned way back in 2009 without any contestation by Nepal, Mr. Oli received a political lifeline. Now, this is the matter, this is a political matter, a domestic political matter for Mr. Oli. Obviously, he is trying to play that up, in his advantage. But definitely there is a lot of lose-lose things. We are going to lose, both ways if we do not, try to address the situation at hand. Nepal and India have a lot of convergences. We are, like I said in the beginning, that we share a lot of cultural similarities. So it is the relationship between these two countries are often romanticized as a roti-beti wala relationship, like food and marriage. So we share so many common things. India must not delay dealing with this matter, and it should try to take care of this matter as soon as possible, given we already have some kind of face-off happening in Ladakh and Sikkim, Nakula, with China. Since the free movement of people is permitted across the border, Nepal enjoys immense strategic relevance from India's national security point of view. So it becomes important for India to cover up the gaps and not let this small matter take a bigger shape, so that India's own security and other apparatus may render ineffective. Therefore, a stable and friendly relations with Nepal is one of a highly important thing that Indian government must look at, and we cannot afford to overlook. Now, India should try to convey this matter to Nepal's leadership about the friendship and how many people, like 8 million Nepalis live in India and they enjoy living in India. They are part of our own culture. We have a Gorkha regiment in our army, so they are so loyal to us, and they have served our nation like their own. So we cannot just let go of something so close to some domestic political turmoil and face the problems. The existing bilateral treaties between India and Nepal have not taken the shifting of Himalayan rivers into consideration. So if at all it is becoming one matter of dispute, it should be given prime concern, and the matter must be thwarted as soon as possible. Therefore, India and Nepal should try to resolve this boundary dispute by taking into account all shared environmental characteristics without concerning or without bringing in the political matter or giving it a political shape. So the narrative should be ensured is not going against the South Asian advantage narrative. So it should be about us, for us, and we should take care of it. Now the content matters that are presented in this article, they come from the Hindu, the Indian Express, Outlook India, Wikipedia. And now is the time to share, care, like and subscribe. like our channel, subscribe it, and share with your friends. Let them know about our effort. And if you have any suggestion around the topic that you need a better explanation, you can shoot us an email at info@calendarstudy.com, or you can leave some comment in the comment section too. So thanks for watching, friends. Take care.